Whoa, that's a lot of snails. Cool. Hey guys, it's Devin here with Make Anything, and these are my snails. Not snails, but snells. Well, they are snails, but they're Snell the Snail. Snell the Snail is this little character that I modeled in VR quite a while back to test a dual color printer. I really like this guy, so I decided to bring him back for this video today, where I'm gonna show you guys some different techniques, as well as play around with printing with more than 3 colors using the Palette Plus by Mosaic. That's what's going on with this guy right here, this glowing snail lamp, which is super cool and kind of brings together everything we're gonna look at today. But first, I just wanna talk about what's going on with this guy. This pattern right here is called a Voronoi Pattern. And this is something that's been around for a really long time, and it's really popular in 3D printing. I really love this pattern because you can pull off some crazy stuff that you wouldn't think you could print. And that's exactly what happened way back before I was really designing my own models. I printed this Voronoi Bunny off of Thingiverse. And as you can see, this thing is super intricate, super detailed, and it's got ridiculous overhangs, and yet I didn't use any support material to print this. I don't even know why I printed it back then, because I definitely wouldn't have believed it's possible, and yet it was a totally successful print. This has come out beautiful, and I still don't know exactly why it works, but I guess something to do with this Voronoi pattern being just really thin little stalks allows printers to print some crazy overhangs and actually get away with it. So today I'm going to show you how to make a Voronoi model like this out of any other STL you can find online. And it's super easy, and you can do it for free. I've got a lot of variations here, so let's get right into it, and I'll show you all the cool stuff you can do with Voronoi patterns and stuff. Let's go. So here we're in Mesh Mixer, and this is that free, powerful software that I was talking about that makes it very easy to make these Voronoi patterns. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring in my Snell model. It's in 2 parts and they're imported together. So we've got the shell and the body. And for this design, we only want the shell to be Voronoi. So we're going to leave them separate, and I'm just going to work on the shell. But first, let's go ahead and scale everything up to about twice the size. So I'm going to make this 140 millimeters in the X direction and line it up with the plane here. And you're gonna be amazed with how simple this is, because Mesh Mixer has a built-in tool that basically does all the work for you. So what I'm gonna do is select just the shell and then go here to edit and go to make pattern. And with this tool, there are several different options you can choose to make all kinds of different crazy patterns. But this dual edge is the one that we're gonna work with today to get that Voronoi pattern. As you can see, I just selected the option and it's pretty much done. I can change the thickness of the element. This spacing doesn't really do anything for this specific type of pattern, but you can also smooth the things out. You can change the resolution. There's also this gradient option, which lets you create a smooth transition between 2 different settings. So for example, with this one, you can have it be thicker on one side and then transition to thinner stalks. But I think for our model today, we're just gonna keep it one consistent width. So I'll go ahead and close that up, and we can update it again just to make sure everything looks good, and it looks great. So let's go ahead and accept that. So we've got our pattern, but we're not quite done, because if I turn off this body, you can see that when I generated that pattern, it changed the boundary of this model so that the 2 models aren't perfectly aligned anymore. That's to say there's some overlapping parts that I need to get rid of. So what I'm gonna do is copy all the bodies, and then I'll select the shell and then the body, and then use this Boolean difference tool, which will basically cut away any part of the shell that's overlapping with the body. If I look now, you'll see that it's no longer got those smooth rods, but it's got a kind of flattened out section that matches the polygons of the snail itself. So now we can export both of these as STLs, throw them in our slicer, and they will print out just fine. It's really that easy, and with a single part STL, like most models you'll find online, you don't even have to do that second step. You literally just bring it into Mesh Mixer, do the make pattern, and you've got yourself a really cool variation of your model. Let's go ahead and backtrack a bit and try making a slightly different version. You may have noticed that the way that this tool generates those edges is based on the polygons of the model itself. So if we want to create, say, a more dense model, we need to create more triangles on this shell. So to do that, I'm going to select the whole body here with the select tool, and then I'm going to come here and use this remesh function. And that'll allow you to add triangles and change the way this shape is constructed while keeping the general form. So as you can see, while I'm messing with these settings, there are more triangles now. And it's actually a really cool tool in general for smoothing out files that are a little lower poly than you want them to be. And this looks like a good density, so we're going to accept it, go back to make pattern, and now when I select that dual edges tool, you'll see that there are way more edges and they're way more dense. And this looks really cool. We can go ahead and follow the same steps, and now we have a second version of this Voronoi Snell. Here I am printing out that second version in 2 colors on my BCN Sigma, and as you can see, it came out looking absolutely adorable. This is a really cool little model. Here's a single color version of that first variation we created, and I printed this on my JJ Aurora A5 that I'm testing, and it came out looking really good. So you don't need a fancy 2-color printer to get a nice little Snell of your own. Here's a bigger version that I printed out, and it's really fun to watch this thing print. I definitely could still work on my retraction settings to have a little less stringing between all these little movements, but overall it still came out looking great. Here's the big guy all finished up, and what I really like about this pattern is the way that the overlapping holes kind of shimmer as you rotate the model. I kind of have an urge to turn this into a piggy bank. I think that would look pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to open up my files in Microsoft 3D Builder to try to create some more variations. And 3D Builder is not quite as powerful as Mesh Mixer, but at the same time, it's pretty easy and pretty foolproof, which is what I like about it. And it lets you do some really cool stuff without having to worry about the program crashing. So what I'm doing here is I'm scaling up the Voronoi pattern slightly, and it's overlapping with the original solid shell. Then with this subtract tool, I can cut away everything that was that Voronoi pattern, and that leaves the solid shell with this really cool, scaly look. And I really like how that turned out. Although I noticed it also does cut away part of the inside of the shell here so that the overlap with the body isn't quite right. So I'm just gonna kind of cheat my way to fix that and scale the shell and move it until it's completely overlapping again. And then I can use the subtract tool again, but subtract the body from the shell, and that'll leave the inside of the shell smooth and perfectly aligned with the body so that I can print it in 2 colors again. Here he is printing out on the BCN Sigma again, and this light blue filament was a little old, or the settings were off, so it was super stringy, but that's no big deal. I was able to clean it up pretty quickly with an X-Acto knife, and I'm left with this other really cool version of Snell the Snail. This dark blue Matter Hackers PLA does a really great job of picking up the pattern, especially under this light. Here's yet another variation that I printed out where I kept the solid shell but put the Voronoi pattern around that, and I printed those in different colors to create this really cool black and white version. I really like the contrast of black and white, so this is one of my favorites. And I also created this inverted version of the same Snell. There's a little bit that broke off on the back here, but I still think it turned out really great, and they sure make a lovely couple. Alright, finally it's time to make that big glowing Snell lamp, and to make that we're going to need to harness the power of this Palette Plus from Mosaic. So this is a really cool machine, and it's going to let me combine this white PLA from Matter Hackers, this Vertigo Galaxy from Filamentum, and this transparent green Pro Series PLA from Matter Hackers. And it takes all of these filaments, they go into the Palette Plus, they get spliced together, programmed, and printed out perfectly on a single extruder printer. Very cool. Definitely cool enough to warrant a time lapse. Okay, here it is in all its glory after a couple days of printing. And all I gotta do now is take off this raft and empty out all the support material that I put inside of this model so that I have a hollow chamber to put my light inside. So I'm just gonna grab my pliers and carefully remove all the support material inside of this Snell from this hole in the bottom. It took a bit of time and patience, but I was able to get all that support material out. And now you can see we've got this nice internal chamber and this thin green wall that'll hopefully create a really cool light effect. So now that we've got it hollowed out, we just need to put the light in there. And I'm gonna be using this T Bulb by ToolMoon, which is an LED light designed specifically for use with 3D printing. I have this little adapter that I created so that it'll fit nice and so that it'll fit nice and snug with my model. So we'll stick the light in through the bottom, we'll plug in our USB cable, turn off the lights, and flip the switch. And there we go. We've got this really cool glow coming from this giant Snell. I love it. Alright guys, well that about wraps it up for today's video. I hope you really liked this radioactive glowing giant Snell. I would have loved to have this thing in my room when I was a little kid. It's super cool. I hope you liked this. I hope you liked all the different variations I showed you guys today. And I really hope that you're inspired to go and make your own Voronoi patterns and all kinds of crazy models with the techniques that I showed you. And if you do end up doing something cool, I would love to see it. Share it with me at makeanything.design/community. And also, as always, I'll have all of these files available for download at my mini factory. So you can make a Snell lamp of your own, or if you have a single color printer, you can just make a one color version that's still really cool. I really like these little Snell dudes. So yeah, have fun printing. And until next time, I'm Devin. This is Make Anything. Don't forget to stay inspired.